Hi, it's Vicky with the Happy Budgeting Mom. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad that you landed here and that you thought my thumbnail was interesting enough to click on. If you are a returning subscriber, hi, how are you? Thank you for coming back. Today, I'm going to do a little something different than normal. On my channel previously, I have just been doing cash stuffing and savings challenges. You know, it's been all about the money. But before that process even happens each month, I do a budget. And I thought that this month for April, that maybe I should share with you how I do my budget. But then also, I have been inspired by Desiree at Happy to Plan with Desiree, and I've linked her name down in the description below if you want to go check out her channel. She is amazing. She does cash stuffings, plan with me videos, budgeting videos, shop with me videos. It's like she'll keep you hooked. But she has inspired me to do my budgeting a little bit differently. And so I just thought that maybe today, if you're interested, we can hang out a little bit and plan for April. And I'm going to be freshening up my Moterm planner. So, and I say it's a Moterm planner because it's a Moterm cover. All of the insides are ones that I accumulated at different places. I have some cloth and paper, and then some different challenges that I've been working on that I downloaded, and I'll let you know who they're from, and all the rest were items that I made. So let's just go ahead and dive in. And like I said, this is my very first plan with me. Hopefully it doesn't take forever and a day, and it's interesting enough where you're like, oh yeah, that's fun. Well, and hopefully you'll get some tips and learn some lessons. That's my goal here. So we'll see what happens. My front cover is just this dashboard of a hummingbird. That's kind of like my thing, my theme. So if you look at my channel, you'll see that my logo is a hummingbird. My, I guess, title page on YouTube is a hummingbird. Same with my Instagram. It's all hummingbirds. My whole backyard's full of hummingbird feeders. This is just one of the thank you cards that I use when I send an Etsy order. So, or if I do Happy Mail to someone, this is just a copy of that card. I thought it was really pretty, so I have it in my planner. So I do have my Happy Planner punch that I have had this, I think, since 2017, and it's still very functional. It works really well. And I did get it on 40% off at Michael's back in the day. And so at the time, I think it was maybe $18. And it really pained me at that moment to spend $18 on a punch. But it has been worth it, let me tell you. So I did print this picture. This is a picture that I took. It is in Catalina State Park, which is in Tucson, Arizona. And I took this in April of last year when I was hiking. And so I thought it would be a beautiful picture for my planner this month. This is probably one of the best state parks to hike in. If you ever decide that you want to come to Tucson, Arizona, please go visit Catalina State Park. Absolutely beautiful. Every year, that is the first hike that I do on January 1st, and it is the very last hike that I do December 31st. And it's kind of a drive from where I live, because I don't live in Tucson, but it is absolutely well worth it. And yes, it's like, don't get me started talking about hiking there right now, because I won't shut up. Okay, so I'm going to take this out and set it aside. I don't know if I will use it in the future for this planner, but I might use it in the future for something. So I'm just going to go ahead and freshen up this little dashboard. And yeah, that's just wonderful. And it makes me want to go hiking today, which isn't going to happen because it's already 80 degrees outside. And it is hot. Okay. For savings challenges for April, I am going to continue doing the Save with Judy. This is $5 a week for $25 a month. So 1 week I will have to do 2 at a time because I only get, because there's only 4 paydays for me because I get paid bi-weekly and I budget it for weekly into 4. So I'll still be doing this one. I'm still going to be doing the YouTube monetization tracker. I was monetized shortly after my heart surgery, and then I had to take 2 years off just because I was not well. And so now I'm coming back and I have to start over with my monetization hours. So I'm working towards 4,000 hours. As of the day this video is being recorded, I have a little over 900. I would like to be able to color in at least one of these little trackers each week. And you guys can help me do that. You can help me reach my goal by watching my videos. Hit those like buttons, subscribe, tell your friends all about the channel. And if you could just watch the videos all the way through so I can get those hours. Oh my gosh, I would like, how do you do those hearts? I would love that. So appreciate it. I already appreciate everything that you guys do. So thank you so much for continuing to support me. We have the Rainy Days Savings Challenge. You can see it's only rained 3 times so far this year. And typically in Arizona, we get about 36 rain days. And so this will be for the whole year. I'll be doing this. If you want to also track rain days and save that money, this is available for free on my Ko-Fi. I have that link in my description box below. I have the 52-week savings challenge. I do have to change this around because the other day, Desiree was working on her 100 envelope challenge, and she took out all of the smaller amounts and like reallocated those funds towards the higher amounts. Because if you've done any of these challenges, you know it's so much easier to save a couple of dollars here and there than to save 100 or 50 or 49. So she took all of the lower amounts, added them all up, reallocated, and filled up the higher amounts and left the lower amounts. As soon as I watched that video, I did that with my 52-week challenge. So this needs to change a little bit because I went back, I took all of my lower amounts and I put them towards 47, 48, and 49. And then I was able to still do 9 and 12. So I thought that was such a great idea because it is harder to save the higher amounts. So I am going to be moving these stickers, putting them down where they belong, and redoing this. But this challenge continues, and I am hopeful to have this done towards the end of August. That's what I'm aiming for. So fingers crossed that'll happen. And so this one remains. The Thanksgiving challenge, which this is one that I created, and it is also in my Ko-Fi shop. It is one that in 12 weeks you can save $300. And so this one will remain. This is for my Thanksgiving challenge because I am trying to save $300 for this year's Thanksgiving because I'm hosting. Here is where I'm going to be adding some new challenges. So the first one is going to be by the Canadian Finance Journey. And for whatever reason, this didn't print small enough. So when I cut it to fit, it cut her name off. But Bobby at Canadian Finance Journey did create this. She has this available for free. and this is her April Savings Challenge. It's a save and color, or color and save, whichever you want to call it. And what I am going to be doing for this, I have some new goals for April that are not financial goals. I have a new Bible study that I'm going to be starting in April. And if I get up every day and do that Bible study, I'm going to color one of these icons. I have an exercise challenge going on. I am on a get healthy, let's lose weight journey. I have been since my heart surgery. I started at 256 pounds. Yesterday, I was down to 188. I lost 10 pounds in the month of March. Yay! Yay me! I want to ideally get down to 150 or less, but I want it to be a healthy 150. I don't want it to just be skin and bones. I want to have muscle. I want to be toned. I want to be, a healthy weight for my body. I used to be 5'8", and I'm shrinking. So now I'm about just shy of 5'7". So I think that for my body type, I think 135 to 150 would probably be ideal. But I'm not going to base it on numbers on the scale. I'm going to base it on how do I look, how do I feel, mostly how do I feel, and then how many medications can I get off of. I have a new doctor because my old one left the practice. And so he wants to work with me to get me off of these medications. And I'm like, let's do it. Because first of all, they make me feel like crud. Honestly, they don't make me feel any better. If I forget to take them, I feel better than when I do take them. They are super, super expensive, like $200 a month expensive. And so, yes, I am going to be starting a walking journey and when I say a walking journey, it's in addition to what I already do, which is not a whole lot. So I want to bump it up. And then in May, there is a new rec center that is opening up near me. And I'm going to join that with my daughter. And then so I can do water aerobics, do the weight training, do all the things, because I have absolutely no muscle tone left in my upper body because I haven't used it since the surgery, because my sternum is still broken. And it is just very hard for me to lift and do all the things. And I want to build that up and fix me. So this is what this is going to be for. If I do my exercising, if I do my Bible study, and then there's one more that's going to be on here, and I'm going to do a color code on here. And I'm sorry that I'm so chatty, but I just want to not only put it out there in case you guys want to do this as well, but also so I can remind myself when I'm editing this video what it is that I'm doing. But I am also going to be kind of like cleaning up and spring cleaning, getting rid of things, kind of activities in the house, and moving all of my craft area stuff to a new room. It should be really fun and exciting. But so as I clean and get rid of things, that's also going to be part of this. Any money that I save on this is going to that new gym membership that I had just mentioned. So this is coming in. It's by Bobby, Canadian Finance Journey. She also has one for May and June, which I also will be doing. Now, I have another savings challenge in here, which I'm going to be doing. And that one is going to be a water only challenge. Granted, I am not going to be drinking only water. But I do need to add water to, more water to my daily intake. I have a very hard time drinking water because I just find it to be gross. But anyway, so there's 30 pitchers of water here. and this is Budgeting with Lisa. She's a newer channel. She's also in the description below. This was free on her Ko-Fi. And it did have some really pretty Happy Easter up here and then the flowers and everything. I could not get this to print to fit in here, so I had to cut it off. So sorry, Lisa, but if you go do this, it's very beautiful and you can have the whole thing. Since money is going to be very tight this month, I'm not going to do it by dollars. I'm going to use coins, and these coin placeholders were created by Angela Marie 888. She's also in the description box below, also free. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to laminate these, cut them out, and then each day as I drink my water like I'm supposed to, I'm going to, like, you know, not be able to see face value, and then just pick one, and then that's what I'm going to save for that day. If for some reason I fail at drinking my water, then I have to, there's going to be some kind of punishment to me. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I have to figure that out. So if you have any ideas on, you know, because obviously I'm going to be saving, and that will be money towards my, something that I want. So it's probably some new Bible journaling things. So if I save the money by drinking the water, it's going to go there. If I fail to drink my water that day, I need to have some kind of, you know, slap on the wrist. You didn't do it. Now you have to do such and such. But I don't know what that such and such is going to be, because I can't pay any more money because I don't have it in my budget. But maybe if I took the money away from that, maybe that would work. That's still something, you know, I'm working on. But if you have any ideas, like I said, please comment down below and let me know so I can get some ideas and figure that out. But I'm going to put both of these into the planner here so I can keep up with them. And then the last two challenges aren't going to go in here because one of them is going to go in my white binder, but it's an April group play. I'm going to be doing this one with Angela Marie 888. And then the money that I earn from this is probably going to go to towards a swimming outfit that I can use for water aerobics, because I do not have anything that currently fits me. So that's what I'm going to do with that. And you know what? That's probably what I need to do. If I'm honest, that's probably what I need to do with my water challenge. But you know what? I have one more challenge. Okay. Let me write that down right now. Swimming suit. So I know. And then there's one more, which is going to be this Roll and Save by Plan to Save Designs. They have all of these cute little animals doing yoga poses. This I'm going to do, it will be sporadic depending on what my numbers are. And this will also go towards a new swimsuit, because I will start doing those water aerobic classes hopefully in May. And so if I save up for April using these two, that will be perfect. And I did want this to fit in here, but I couldn't get it to shrink. So I'll fool with that later. Now, we are going to jump into the monthly budget. And some of this I've already started, just because I was like, oh, here's some cute stickers. I found some in my Happy Planner sticker books. And so if I don't pull them at that moment when I see them, I can never find them again. Do you have that same problem? Oh my gosh. Don't even get me started with that problem. So here is April. This whole set here is from Cloth and Paper. And I have my goals. There's a total of 8 goals for the month. Important dates, priorities, bills that are due, and a checklist. And right now, I really don't have any financial goals in mind for April. I do want to start sending more happy mail out. I think that I was able to send out 4 letters or 4 happy mails to other people in the budgeting community last month. This month, I would like to bump it up to maybe 5 or 6. You know, just to show my appreciation for people who come in and watch my channel, who support my journey, and then also to let them know, you know, I'm here to support them as well. So that's one of my goals this month. For an important date, I only have one birthday coming up this month, and that is for my future daughter-in-law. I am going to use pink ink since I have these little strawberries, and her birthday is the 15th. So I'm going to put that there. I do need to pull her money out of my binder and go shopping. My son sent me a list of things that she might like, so I need to go and do that. And then on the checklist right here, in the past months, let me show you guys what I've been doing there. I've been kind of tracking how my YouTube channel is growing. I will put how many hours were watched that month and how many new subscribers I got that month. So I am going to continue doing that. And the reason why I kind of like watch to see what's happening is to see, obviously I want to see that growth, because even though I'm kind of doing this for myself, I'm kind of also doing it to share it, and I just want to know that people are enjoying it, watching it. But that's what I have. For bills due, I have that in my monthly here, so I don't put them here. But if I had something that was like a one time a year off the wall kind of thing, such as my car registration, which is due in November, I would list that because it's just a once a year kind of bill, whereas my other ones are every single month. So I have my monthly layout, and like I said, I already did some stickers because I found them, and it's just like, if I don't do them at that moment in time, I'm not going to find them. They are all, this is Happy Planner, Happy Planner. I think everything here is Happy Planner, and they're all very old stickers. I have sticker books from 2017 until basically shortly right after Stephanie sold the Happy Planner. And at that point in time, I didn't like the new stickers, and so I stopped getting them. And now they're so expensive. I'm just using what I have. And then if I need a new sticker for something, I just make it on my Cricut, because they're too expensive for my blood at this moment. So what I want to do is, I did get inspiration, like I said, from Desiree over at Happy to Plan with Desiree. And she has, you know, like a budget, but then she also has where she has these cash unstuffing pages. So I took some of my old Happy Planner inserts, cut them in half, and then I printed these up. It is a cash unstuffing. It has the date. I have lines where I can put which areas I need to take the money out of, the amount, and then there's a little circle where I can put a check mark after I've taken that money out of that envelope. I have an area where I can add my placeholders. So for instance, in my Christmas binder, for instance, I took money out of there to put into the bank, and I put placeholders there. So then I would put here Christmas, $700, check it off. And then back to the bank, all of these would total what is going back to the bank. So I do, I'm going to start using these, and I think that that is such a great idea by Desiree. So I have these that I'm going to start implementing. And then I also created a new paycheck budget. And on here, I have what month it is, what paycheck number it is, my income source. So whether it's from my real job, Etsy, a craft fair, you know, wherever it might come from, I'll put it there. Here's my bills that are all due for the month. And I don't divide my bills up by fixed and variable because they are what they are. It's a bill. There you go. So I have those listed here. My debts, that would be my university bill, because I'm still in college. I'm a law student, if you guys didn't know. But so for my college, and then for like if I use my credit card or whatever, that would go here. My wallet, and I have it broken down by the envelopes in my wallet. My binders, and I have 3 binders, which if you've been watching my channel, you know that I do these binders every week. I have my Christmas binder, I have my birthday binder, and I have my 1 month ahead binder. And so I budget money into these each paycheck because I need to have these done at a certain time, and a certain amount has to be put into these in order for me to reach those goals by the end of the year. So that's those. And then down here, I have all of my savings, and these would be all of my savings challenges. So the one in my mortgage binder, which is now my car binder, the 2025 challenge, all the Fridays of 2025, my Save with Judy, Thanksgiving, 52 week, etc. That is here. And this, I did like a rough draft. Amazing. It worked perfectly for me. So I'm super excited to implement this month. Super excited. And then I have my sinking fund binders, and I did it by what color the binders are. I have my personal pink one, my medical, which is the black binder, my craft fair binder, which is that light blue. I have my sinking funds, which is, this is supposed to be brown. And then I have one for a binder that does not exist yet. So when I do need to budget out money for reallocating, you know, that I've saved it in a different savings challenge, then I have this available. And again, this is all inspiration by Desiree. So, so we're going to see how this works. I'm really excited to implement this month, and yeah, and see how it goes. And since I did create this, I have it in a document where I can go in and I can tweak it if I need to. And if I need to add lines, or if I need to change an amount of here, you know, take away here, add here, whatever I need to do. And this is just going to be a work in progress until I get it, you know, like 100% for what I'm looking for. All right, and then down to the planning, and I'm sorry if this is taking so long. So what I did here is I pulled out some stickers from my Happy Planners. I keep these in the back of my Moterm in that little slot, and so that they're just available when I need them. I have these payday stickers, so I am going to put these on my payday for April. I get paid on April 10th. And this is my corporate job, my working for the man. And then I get paid on the 24th. I do not put any income, expected income on here for Etsy or for my side business or for my craft fairs or anything, because that money is not guaranteed. It's just a happy surprise if it happens. But I do track it if I do get money for those. I have it on my calendar in the front. Let's see. Oh, here. I have it on my yearly tab. And then my paydays for Etsy are on a Monday. I get them on Tuesdays. So here in February, I got Etsy money every Tuesday. In March, honestly, I should have had it on Tuesday, but I got the email from Etsy on Monday saying, hey, we transferred this to your bank. So I did it on Mondays. So then on here, what I have is all of my bills that I need to pay that are pretty much automatic withdrawal, and just put them on the days that they're due. And I tried to do it in spring colors so that it kind of matched. And I did the best that I could with what I have. I do not want to go out and buy new stickers until I use the ones that are here already.
My check payment is due on the 13th, and I will pay that before then, but, especially since it's on a Sunday. And then my life insurance and my truck insurance both come out on the same time, pretty much. That one will be there, this one will be there, okay. And then I have my phone, which they do that on the 10th. They pull it out because it's due on the 11th. And then my college is going to be here. Internet comes out on the 3rd, which is horrible. I need cheaper internet, let me tell you. Okay. It's an Apple. And some of these I don't remember when they come out. This one is actually the 30th, but I have my savings transfer there. I'm going to do this one here. And then the 8th.
And then, so these are all of my bills. And then I have this one here, which is Capital One. There's nothing there. I like to put this on here just in the event that I do use it and owe them something, then I don't forget to pay them. And then I can just write that amount in. Currently, I don't owe them anything, so that's why it's nothing. But if I do use it, then that's what that's for. So that's how my budget is going to be set up. At the end of the month, I use this as like an end of the month review where I can go through and I can see where I've been able to save money in all of my savings challenges that I do not use my sinking funds trackers for. So for instance, like my Save with Judy or my Friday's savings challenge or my 2025s, that would go here. And then all of the rest of the ones are here on my sinking funds sheets. And then here's my beginning balance. This is going to be what I add or subtract to during the month, and then what I will finish April with. And I have all of my different sinking funds listed. And then this back sheet for the notes, this is where I used to break down each week for what I'm saving for each category. Let me move this over so I can show you that one. Like here, for my long-term savings challenges, I put down what the challenge's name is each week, and then how much I'm saving that particular week. So I can make sure that I stick to that budget. And then if it does change, then I can note that it was changed and where it was changed at. Just because I want to be able to keep track of all of my long-term challenges as well. So that's how I'm going to be planning this month. And hopefully it gave you some ideas or some insight that might help you with your budget or the way that you save. I am going to go ahead and put this paycheck budget here, and I will be filling this out in another video because I think this one is so long now already. So that's it for today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please let me know by commenting down below, giving it a thumbs up, and hitting that subscribe button if you are new. There's one more thing that I wanted to do in here, because now that I see my tombos, is that, and I should have done this before I did my stickers. I don't know what I was thinking, but I like to take 2 different color tombos and color where my weeks are for my payday. Yeah, and I told you that this was my first video that I didn't know what I was doing. I'm not kidding. All right, so so my payday from the 10th, and this is gonna be crazy now since I already had my stickers on here. Oh, shoot. There's one. So then I know all of these days are covered by that paycheck. So they belong to each other. All right, so the 10th. So here we're going. And then this week here. Okay. And then I will do this color for the first week that we are in, because this is the paycheck that we are in right now that I received in March that had to cover those bills in this area. Okay, and then lastly, I will use this color, and this will finish off the month for us. And that just kind of like helps me visualize, you know, what bills are being paid with what paycheck. Okay. Now this is complete. I thought that I had messed up. I was thinking, oh no, my paydays are wrong, but they're right. Okay. All right, perfect. I'm going to go ahead and put my clip here so I know where to be, because my today is still in March, because we're still in March today. This I'm going to put here because I'm going to add this to my white binder later, and I have to shrink this or do something because I definitely want to use that this month. And then these are going to go to the back. And I do have a cash unstuffing that I need to do here shortly. So I will have 4 of these because I'll do a cash unstuffing each week as needed. So I want to make sure I have that one in there to start though. Alrighty, now I'm done. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Until then, happy budgeting and take care.